So session 1 was all about what am I becoming? So it was meeting everyone for the first time on the programme, talking about what we like from the programme. And it was really important that that session was about creating a safe space for us, a safe group. And it was also an introduction to the embodiment and the thinking spaces through introducing us to quests and ramblings.
Day 2 and day 3 took us on a residential. It was fantastic. It was lovely accommodation. Food was amazing, open fires, a fantastic space to start to be introduced to holding a space, and really thinking about introducing coaching skills and holding those spaces through the coaching skills. It also allowed us to really look internally using Myers-Briggs, and the transactional analysis process was discussed. And it really allowed us to think about embodiment of the practices in theory and practice. And again, we did some more rambling out in nature, breaking down problems, practicing holding a space. It was a fantastic opportunity to put the skills into practice further and continue our learning.
So session 3 was an online session, all about ethics and taking us back to ethics and exploring the ethical framework. We discussed our ethical leadership and linking that with the Nolan principles for life and reminding ourselves about those. And we also discussed case studies with an appreciation of how those principles come alive really in our school life and as part of our decision making. So it was a really good session to go back to those principles and that ethical framework.
What's special for me about the retreat is how often do you get to give yourself a couple of days of time just to think and learn and grow? It's very rare. Holidays for me at the moment are super busy times with children and having a lovely time as a family, but it's very rare you get that time and space just as an individual to reflect on your life, to reflect on your career, reflect on your practice, reflect on who you are as a leader.
So the next session was a strategy day based at Warwick University. And we reviewed at that point really all the strategies that we'd discussed so far. And we spent a lovely piece of time visualising what the change of culture would be once we had enabled these trust-based practices. And with that visualisation in mind, we were then able to start planning for the changes that we wanted to make in our schools. So that was a really important part in the journey.
Final session of year 1 was focused all around compassion. It was set in a yurt in the rolling hills. It was absolutely amazing surroundings. It was really about focusing on our journey so far, looking at the journey that we'd all been on and thinking deeply about how compassion underpins all of the work that we'd completed, how self-compassion enables us to create compassionate cultures and also to celebrate the change we represent.
For me personally, I think the supervision element of it adds a layer of accountability, which is important, that you can connect with somebody who is very gently challenging you on, and so what now? So you've done this learning and where's that landing? And it's not even that person is necessarily holding you to account. It's more they're facilitating you holding yourself to account for it, of giving yourself that opportunity to reflect back. So My supervisor very much acted as a mirror, as a sounding board of holding a space for me to be able to tell myself where my thoughts are at, what my learning had been up to that point, and importantly, what I wanted to do about it.
But it's not just that. That's why it's more than just coaching. It's fog clearing. It's I see what I need to do, but you feel calm and empowered to go and do that in a way that sits with this new calm that you've got. So at the end of it, you're ready to go with the right frame of mind.